Welcome. We are Two Finger Spirits. We got the camera shy camera guy.
I'm back here.
We got a live studio audience. Woo! They're getting rowdy, huh? And we got Dalmore 12 year. Look at that.
12 years, huh?
Do you know how I got this?
How'd you get it?
I won a silent auction. Ooh. Yes, sir. I got this and the Dalmore 15. Ooh, you hear that?
Like it.
Live studio audience, huh?
Silent audience.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So this is, like we said, Dalmore 12 year. It's a single malt Scotch whiskey.
All right.
You know what single malt means?
Yes, I do. It means it's from the exact same distillery. One distillery.
One distillery.
But I don't know what it means if it's a blended.
If it's blended, it's from multiple distilleries.
Gotcha.
The company name? Whyte and Mackay. Maybe. Distillery? Dalmore. Master distiller and blender? Richard Patterson. That guy's a legend. Origins? Highland.
Oh, Henry wants to try some.
And MSRP?
How much?
60 to 75. So I bid $200 in the sign auction for the 12 and the 15 together. Mashbill, 100% malted barley. So on the website it says this particular single malt spends the first 9 years of its aging process housed in ex-bourbon barrels, which is very common for Scotch whiskeys. And then after that, one half of the whiskey is separated out and the other half remains in ex-bourbon barrels, but the parts that is separated and put into 30-year-old Gonzalez Byass Matusalem oloroso sherry casks. Can you say that again for everyone?
No, I can't. I don't think anyone could ever say that. And you probably didn't say it right either. So
I did probably, but so it stays in there for 3 years, and then they blend it all back together.
all right. So it's finished for 3 years. In a sherry
Well, just
cask?
half of it though. Just half of it. So its total age is 12 year. Are you paying attention over there?
Yeah.
There'll be a test on this later.
All right.
Proof?
80.
80 proof. See that color? Huh?
Yeah, it looks like a nice dark copper.
Yeah, like caramel?
Love caramel.
Or how about E150A?
What's that?
Huh?
Oh.
So in the good old US of A, we're not allowed to put any kind of coloring in our whiskey. But over there, the Scots and the Irish, they like to use the E150A.
But do you think there's E150A in here?
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, there definitely is.
Okay.
Like in the Ardbegs and the Lafroigs, no.
Well, they're
but in this,
very, very
and
yellow.
why? Why? To keep a consistent color? I don't care about the consistency of the color. I want to see what color it is. I want to say, oh, okay, that's from the barrel. I know that's from the barrel. Why keep it consistent? It just...
Maybe they just want that darker color.
Yeah.
The world may never know.
So it's 80 proof, right? And Richard Patterson, he's against adding water to it. I watched the Whiskey Vault. Those guys say add water to it. And another channel called Reviewing Whiskey, they add water to it. It's 80 proof.
How much more water can you add to this thing?
But Patterson says no water. And he also says hold it like this. He says if I see you holding like this, it's a no-no.
But that's how I hold it.
Wow. He says, when you first smell it, you go, hello? How are you? Very well.
I don't want you to add ice. I don't want you to add water. I want you to enjoy the spirit as it's meant to be enjoyed on its own.
I smell honey.
And he also likes to swirl it around first and throws it on the floor and then fills it up.
But then we have to clean the floor.
But he has unlimited amounts of Dalmore, and sadly, we do not. What are you getting on the nose?
Honey.
No, let's talk about the whiskey now. I don't need your flirtatious compliments over here, cutie. I get chocolate, raisins,
Graham cracker.
baking spices, citrus.
Citrus.
Yeah?
No ethanol. If any.
No ethanol.
So,
No, I could drink this for breakfast.
I get E158.
Oh, the E158, yeah, it's a delightful. The caramel color, the spirit coloring, I think they call it. Yeah, it's no ethanol at all.
all right, I'm
A
going
little
for
bit
it.
of oak.
That is delightful.
Yeah, orange and cream. I guess like an orange creamsicle, and some oak. Right on the palate.
The nose carries through to the palate for me. I'm getting some graham cracker. I am getting like a honey sweetness, like a subtle honey sweetness. That thing is really good.
For me,
What do you get?
the nose kind of leapfrogs the palate. Because I get the chocolate on the nose, the raisin, and some citrus, some baking spices. And then on the palate, I'm just getting some like orange creamsicle and oak. And then the finish kind of hops back into raisins and chocolate, oak, and then just a touch of like tobacco on the finish there for me.
I get like a chocolate and a leather on the finish.
Yeah. So it's very pleasant, right?
This is very pleasant. And you know, it's obviously really easy drinking because it's only 80 proof.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is like definitely a brunch whiskey.
But like for an 80 proof, it's got a lot of flavor to it.
Yeah, it really does.
I wonder
if E150 adds any flavor.
no
It doesn't.
what this would be like in a cask strength. I bet it would be wonderful.
Even up at 100. Like even the Brooklotic, we did the Classic Laddie and the what's the other one? The unpeated one. Oh, Port Charlotte. Those are 100 proof. Those are great.
They had a lot of flavor to them.
So I don't know. I don't know why so many scotches are only done at 80 proof. So did you ever see the? It's a documentary called Scotch: A Golden Dream.
No.
That's great. That's got Richard Patterson in it. It's got Jim McEwen in it. Some of the all-time greatest distillers around. That's worth checking out. Scotch Golden Dream. So the legend of Dalmore dates back to 1263 when Colin of Kintail, chief of Clan Mackenzie, saved the king, Alexander III of Scotland. Right? There was he was hunting on the king's land, which is penalty of death, but there was a charging stag that was going to get the king, and Colin Kintail intervened and saved the king, so the king gave him free hunting rights for life.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
That could have gone horrifically the wrong way.
And then, yeah, it could have. And then, so later on, I forget when it was, Distillery was established in 1839 by an entrepreneur, and who after 28 years passed the distillery to new owners who were Andrew and Charles Mackenzie. They're probably, in the lineage of the Kintail Mackenzie that saved them.
Cool.
Maybe. You never know. Yeah, he was members of the Mackenzie clan, and if you ever watched that Outlander show on it's on one of the streaming services, that was really cool, and they talk about the Mackenzie clan and all that stuff.
Might be something to look into.
And check out the video. I'll post it in our description of Richard Patterson on how to drink whiskey, because that was really good. So I don't know. I think for an 80 proof, this might be my favorite 80 proof.
For a Highland Scotch, this is probably my favorite Highland Scotch at the moment.
Really?
At the moment. I can't think of a one that I like better.
It's been a while since we've had a scotch, and I think we're going to do a few more scotches coming up. We're going to do some good ideas for gift sets coming up with the holiday season coming up. So we're going to try some new things.
But I think if you're interested in a scotch or you're getting into scotch, this is a good price point for around $70.
60 to 75. It's it's not cheap.
It's not cheap, but
And I heard the tariffs were going to come down and scotch is going to get cheaper, but I haven't seen that actually translate into my wallet. Maybe maybe the package stores, or we only call them package stores here. I don't know what they call them in the rest of the world.
Beer store.
Walmart, right?
Yeah.
You can get whiskey anywhere.
But I think it's money well spent on a $70 bottle of scotch.
Yeah.
It's really good.
We're going to end up doing the 15-year, probably
which I'm really excited for.
near future. We'll do that. Anything you want to add about this?
No, I think people should get out there and try it. It's a good one.
You know, there was a good Scotsman. He was a poet and a writer. His name was Robert Louis Stevenson. And he wrote, "Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant and the whiskey you drink." And I'll tell you what, I'll drink to that.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Thanks for coming. We really appreciate your support.
What you must remember, Sue, two things you must always remember. First thing, if I ever see you holding a glass like this and nosing like this, I'll kill you.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.